The spirits whisper of twisted angels who have come to Westmarch, murdering all who reside in the city's walls. I will find the truth of why they have come. But first, I will strike these reapers down, so the dead may find peace in the unformed land.
The Nephilim! Tyrael sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the black soulstone. You must come with me.
People are dying in the city. I have to help them.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan. We must find Malthael.
Tell Tyrael we will meet in Westmarch. Go!
It will be done. I swear. We're going to die! She's coming to kill us all! I watched in horror as the guard was struck by the Maiden's magic. I heard the sound of his screams until his flesh
The gates!
Those gates are bound by a spell I cannot break.
I watched in horror as the guard was struck by the Maiden's magic. I heard the sound of his screams until his flesh dissolved, and only his armor-clad skeleton remained, his jaw unhinged. Blue mist swirled around his bones, coalescing into new flesh. When at last I cut him down, the phantasmal flesh exploded, leaving only a pile of armor behind. Malthael's fallen angels have brought death to Westmarch, raising an army of reapers from the city's slain defenders. Once, these men and women were our protectors. Now, they are our executioners, scouring the city for every living soul and putting them to the sword. Though this reaper wields a dangerous sword, its shield, with its rows of razor-sharp spikes, poses the greater. With a single thrust, it can open a man from waist to throat. That shield was not made for protection. It was made to cripple, maim, and kill.
Needs more time.
Stop! Don't go out into the streets! It's the end of the world. So many have been killed and the Reapers are everywhere.
Surely there must be survivors.
General Torian was defending a group of refugees at the old Zakharoon Cathedral, but they're likely all dead by now.
Wait! You're the witch doctor who saved Bastion's keep. You'll save us too, won't you?
That is why I have come.
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No, no!
Those with demon blood must die.
I see no demons here, only innocent people.
Touched me, and darkness spread across my vision, until all I could see was blackness. It gave way to a pale light that sapped my strength. It seemed so easy. But instead, I drew upon the last of my will and fought. The color flooded back into my sight. The shadow was right before me, and I drove my spear through it. The Revenant Shield Guards were once the personal guard of King Justinian IV, appointed to the position for bravery and skill at arms. They accompanied the king at all times, resplendent in their ornate armor, wrought by the finest craftsmen in Westbridge. But most spectacular were their shields, which they unerringly employed in the protection of their king.
I do not have enough mana.
Ah, we found you.
Tyrael, why does Malthael wish to destroy this city?
Because he feeds on death. Every time his reapers kill, he grows stronger. And with the prime evil gone, Malthael believes this is the perfect time to end the eternal conflict.
Humanity has nothing to do with that war.
We are the offspring of angels and demons. But when Malthael looks upon us, he sees only demons.
The church! All the refugees are inside! Follow me! Akarat's bane! This is worse than I feared!
What could this be?
A death bait! Stop her!
Nebula, your soul.
Most of our archer would have fled as I charged, but this one stood its ground, staring down the arrow's shaft through lines to hit the eye sockets. Even as I swung my blade to take off its head, the thing loosed another shot. How can you fight an enemy that has no fear, nor thought for its own self-preservation?
They thought they would be safe in here.
We must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
There must be an end to this bloodshed. Where is Malthael?
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soulstone anywhere in creation.
Is there a way we can determine the purpose for which he took it?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soulstone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
You must discover its secrets. Until then, I will go bring peace to the city. Do you know what the Death Maiden was trying to do in the cathedral?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures. A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
Not for long. The soul crucibles turn the bodies of the dead into the reapers. That is the truth, is it not?
Sadly, yes.
But the Death Maidens are angels?
Their story is as tragic as Malthael's. Once the vanguard of his wisdom angels, they followed him down the path to darkness. Malthael, my brother, he was wisdom, leader of our council, first among angels. And now, he has become this.
How did this come to pass?
After the destruction of the World Stone, Malthael's mood darkened, and he left the heavens frequently. Then he disappeared completely. He must have developed a connection, no, an obsession with human souls.
Death does not devour the spirit. It sets it free. Malthael is lost in darkness. What do you hope to learn from studying that fragment of the soulstone?
The sliver is still connected to the soulstone. As the stone changes, the sliver will change too. Therefore, I can observe what Malthael is doing to the stone, and if we're lucky, even discover his plan.
Why have the Horadrim come back?
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soulstone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are.
At long last, a hero comes to save us! That won't bring my wife back, though, will it?
We stayed to fight, Robert and me. But he fell. And when they started to tear into him, I panicked. I ran.
Be not ashamed. You live to carry on his memory.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets. I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. But I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I? You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakus, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rakus was a clever man, after all.
Westmarch originally grew from the efforts of the great General Rakus to spread his religion beyond the realms of the East. Seized by the superstitions of the Zakarum faith, he drove his paladins relentlessly across the barbaric western lands, subduing the uncivilized tribes he found there. Ultimately, he became king of them all.
I can't believe we're still alive, and it's all thanks to you. I thought we would die in that foul-smelling place.
It is good to see you again, though it seems like we are only brought together in the worst of circumstances. But I suppose if times were better, we would never have met.
Well, the world's under attack and people are dying everywhere. It must be time for us to go on another adventure, right?
What troubles you, my friend?
For too long have I lived with the knowledge that my order tortures its initiates and twists their minds. I need to know how high this evil reaches. If my whole order is corrupt, what does it mean to be a Templar? What am I?
You are a man of great honor. A man who followed a path you believed was pure and true.
But it wasn't, was it? The guilty will answer for their transgressions. I swear it.
She saved my brother at Bastion's Keep.
Did you grab the jewelry at least?
Harold, those monsters were about to kill us.
Well, I would rather be dead than poor.
You ask who's to blame for this doom? All of Westmarch, reveling in sin, worshipping petty idols. The Zakarum are gone, and the order of Malthael now rises. Praise Malthael, and your souls may yet be saved. He spares only the faithful. Donate to the order and prove your conviction.
I found him in the streets. He seemed in a daze, so I brought him here with me, but he's hardly said anything. He's nobility of some sort, but I don't recognize the seal on his ring.
The flames!
The flames? Well, he was covered in soot. Perhaps he escaped from a fire. He never says more than a word or two at a time.
Duncraig is just death in horror. I thought I'd be safe here, but we've nowhere left to hide.
Why would the angels do this to us?
What are you saying? This is obviously a demon's work.
What's that noise?
Is there anything on your mind, Hedrick?
Do you think Cardium is under attack as well?
I am sure of it.
At least they have the Iron Wolves. The Lord of Lies could not break them. The Angel of Death will not either.
I know who was responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
Did you know there were once 2 moons? Lyria is the one that is no more. I think it's time I told you the whole story of Zai and his master, the god of desire, Dirgist.
The truth and your words are usually far apart.
Dirgist's jewel has appeared again, and the time for secrets is over.
Then it is time for you to tell me if you are a god.
There was a great gem market here in Westmarch. I spent many a carefree day browsing the aisles. To think that I will never again see all those happy little stalls, those rows of jewels, and those gem cutters.
Don't leave me behind! Not again!
Someone came for me, after all this time.
My friend Hadric heard your voice.
Bloody miracle! Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I owe you both.
Come with me. It's safe up there now.
Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued.
I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend.
Huh. And now he won't go away.
You saved his life. Perhaps he wishes to show you his gratitude.
I am. In fact, I'm going to repay Hadric by helping him.
And I told you to stay away from my forge.
I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other. Like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now, it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.